Hey everyone, it's Anastasia. Happy Saturday and happy first day of fall. I'm gonna go ahead and apologize in advance for the audio as my brain kind of derped this morning and forgot my microphone for my phone. So you may be hearing the winds and the waves more so than my voice. This is actually a late birthday celebration and I'm super excited to be here. I love this area. It is such a beautiful area, and this time I get to experience Tropical Storm Ophelia hitting the coast, and I actually have a front row seat to it. It is supposed to move out of the area between 8 p.m. and noon, which is actually much sooner than what they were predicting. I think originally it was supposed to move out sometime Tuesday morning, as in like 8 to 9 a.m. Tuesday morning, but that's been changed. Now they're looking for it to move out of the area around 8 p.m. and midnight tonight. But this is the view. There's the Chesapeake Bay right there. It's actually a really, really pretty view. I absolutely love it. And this is one of two cabins that are really like on the ocean front, if you will. But I really love it. And this is the first time I've actually been in this cabin. It's called, where is it? There we go, the Galley. And it is a cute little red cabin. And yeah, this is my absolute favorite place to come and visit. It's very beautiful. I actually will put some photos on my YouTube channel about just showing what it looks like calm. The water is it's just beautiful. I will forever say that it is beautiful, and I'll keep repeating myself. But it's the best way to describe it. I am absolutely a water person, and this is just like home for me. I am gonna get some footage though of the waves. Right now high tide is going on, so the waves are actually splashing up over one of the docks right now. And the beach over on my right hand side is actually completely underwater. The wood pylons that were there, they're pretty much covered. There's a couple that are sticking out, but not a whole lot are. I'm going to be spending time here up until Monday, and I am super excited to be back. And I know I said that, but this is my happy place. It is such a beautiful area, and if you're ever in Virginia on the East Coast, I would absolutely recommend that you come visit Deltaville. It is a very friendly town. It is a boating town, and it's very beautiful. But let me go ahead and grab some footage of this and let you see what exactly this area is dealing with, since we are right on the water. This should be the highest that it actually gets, since we're at the peak of high tide, which isn't bad. And that was a pine cone, so I'm gonna go venture out and try not to get hit on the head with a pine cone. So I will see you out there. All right, you may not be able to hear my voice right now because of these amazing waves. This is actually absolutely incredible, and honestly, my phone is not doing the color of the clouds justice. This is just how high it is. We're going panning over to the beach over here. There's absolutely no sand visible in that area. It is all just completely underwater. But yeah, it's just a little bit choppy out there. And every now and then, I will get hit with this water. Let's be honest, it's a whole lot of fun for a weather nerd such as myself. All right, so got the water behind me, right there. Dock. This is honestly a really nice area. It is a family campground, and it's more old style, or old style is really not the best word for it, but it's a family campground. It's not like an RV resort or anything like this. It is old style. I'm just gonna go with that. But I'm fighting my hair right now. At this point, Mother Nature is just gonna stay on my hair. That's okay. Anyone with curly hair knows that the humidity will make your hair do its own thing. And there's nothing you can do to control it. All right, behind me, got the water. Water is starting to just recede a bit. Not bad. It is receding. Oh, okay, there's a cute little bird here. Let's see if I can actually grab him before he just goes running away. I don't know if you can see him. He's getting closer to the water. Let's see. Right there. Oh, he's so adorable. I don't know if you can actually hear me, but I know someone's going to say something about me calling these birds a cute little bird. Off the top of my head, I don't know the actual name for it, but I will just put a little box above the bird with its actual name because I honestly want to know. I have an idea of what it is, but I'm not going to speculate. But yeah, this is where we are right now, and Tropical Storm Ophelia is just moving her way through. It is very humid right now. The last time I checked, the temperature was 71 degrees, and it was feeling closer to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's still feeling that way, even with the winds blowing, which reminds me. So I'm going to measure what the winds are. Honestly, that doesn't really seem right. Seems like it's a little gustier than that, but maybe not. Maybe it is around 10 miles per hour. I highly doubt it though. I'm still trying to figure this thing out. I did get it from Temu, so there's a good chance that it isn't working like it should be, but hey, what can you do? I'm gonna go figure this instrument out, see if I can actually get an accurate reading on the winds, and I will talk to you all later. All right, it is our last day here, and it is a beautiful morning. It's a great start to the week. We have about an hour before we have to head out. So in the meantime, I'm actually just chilling on the front porch of the cabin, and it is so quiet and just so calm compared to Friday. Well, let me show you what it actually looks like. Just quiet and calm. All right, so if you remember on Friday, waves were just coming up over the deck, or the dock rather. But this is what it looks like now. It is so peaceful. And honestly, it is a little warm today. Quite the opposite of Friday. As you can see, there is a beach again. Head over that way. Went outside yesterday to see if I could get any seashells. There weren't too many of them. There are a couple oyster shells, which are still pretty cool. This is a really nice area. And as you can see the wood pylons now. Yeah, this is absolutely beautiful. And this is why we keep coming back here. So yeah, like I said, we have about an hour before we will be heading back to the valley. And honestly, I am just soaking up the sun and just the relaxing sounds of the waves hitting the beach over here. Honestly, I am already planning the next vacation, so that'll be fun. Hopefully we'll be able to do something, or to be able to come back down here in the next next 2 months, hopefully. If all goes well and we don't get hit with winter weather early. But yeah, if you're ever, like I said before, if you're ever in the state of Virginia or just on the East Coast, anywhere near Deltaville, I would absolutely recommend swinging by and just checking this place out. One thing I did forget to mention is I did not film yesterday. I did end up going out to both TJ Maxx. I was actually looking for a particular coffee, and to an antique mall. But for some reason, my anxiety level was a little higher than normal, so I ended up not filming. But I will be posting some video of what I ended up getting from both TJ Maxx and the antique mall. All right, really quick, I am going to show you just the front of this cabin. It's got a nice little screened-in porch. It does have a fireplace, picnic table, grill, chimenea, and then right off to the right-hand side is the beach. And then that's the view. All right, well, I am back in the valley, and the Deltaville trip was a much needed, relaxing trip, even with a tropical storm moving through. I'm very thankful that we were able to get one more in before the end of the season. And turns out that is going to be the last one for 2023, which is okay. It's given me some time to plan more vacations in 2024. And it is about 2 weeks later since we went on vacation. And as you can tell, I am in much different attire. It's been full-blown fall temperatures, and I am super excited for it because fall is my favorite season. So there is some things that I kind of still want to check out this month. You know, pumpkin patches are still going strong. I think fall festivals, for the most part, were in September, at least in this area. There might be a couple going on, which I would like to try to get out to. On top of that, everyone knows we are coming up on all the major holidays. So Thanksgiving is coming up, and so is Christmas, New Year's. You know, actually New Year's I don't really do too much. I've reached that age where I would just prefer to go to bed rather than to try to stay up and watch the ball drop. That's just me though. But we are heading into what I like to call the fun season. I honestly love all things fall, Thanksgiving, and I love Christmas. And typically they will have some events just within the valley, specifically, Christmas events. And I would like to go out and try to attend some of those. As some of you know, I do have anxiety, and sometimes that prevents me from getting out and just going to events. That'll actually be more of an explanation will be in a separate video. And that's actually why I'm doing this video now. So the day that we actually went out to both TJ Maxx and the antique store, my anxiety was very high. And typically at that point, I'm just trying to focus on lowering my anxiety. So I didn't film anything at all. But I do have the results, if you will, of those two trips. And I wanted to share them with you. So you will quickly find out that I am a huge book person. I love all different types of books. I mean, it's specifically old books. I have I've started to accrue rather, older cookbooks like 1940s, 50s, 60s, all of that. Anything that I can find, I will typically purchase. And I somewhat did that on this trip. These are older books, some of them more historical rather than cookbooks. But to start out, so I actually have this first book. It's called Peace, Perfect Peace by Reverend F.B. Meyer. And it's actually, he was actually the minister of Christ Church in Westminster Bridge Road, London. And I'll just repeat, the copyright was in 1897. So this thing is old, but it's so beautiful. Let's see if I can. It does have some wear. I mean, when it's coming from the 1800s, you kind of expect just a little bit of wear on this. Like the binding, for instance, it's very, very old. I mean, you have like normal pages. Afraid if I open this, it's gonna just do its own thing. So let me try this. Yeah, it is such an awesome book. I mean, the fact that I'm holding something from 1897 is just absolutely amazing. It has survived this long. The next book that I got is actually from 1867, and it's the History of the Reformation in the Time of Calvin, Volume 3. This one also had a little wear on it, specifically here, especially at the bottom here. But I mean, the detail on this book, you can just see towards the top, it's gorgeous. It's one of the many reasons why I love old books. The inside of the books, it has a little bit of a few stains in the first few pages, and it looks like some of the corners are folded, but I mean, it's in, yeah, you can see right there, there's some spots, but for the most part, it is in very decent condition considering it's from the 1800s. And then this was from 2006. This is just Thanksgiving recipes, must-have Thanksgiving recipes by Betty Crocker. And I'm honestly trying to do more baking and such, so it's one of the many reasons why I got this. Let's see. Ooh, mashed maple sweet potatoes. That looks pretty darn good. I don't say so myself. All right, so the next book publication date is actually 1900, so it's 103 years. This book is 103 years old. It is by Miss L.T. Mead. When I did some research on this, because I honestly just wanted to know more about the book, it said that it was a book for young people, so just like a young reader. Regardless, it is from the 1900s, and I wanted to check this book out, and I will absolutely still read this. But from the 1900s, the binding is still really good, the cover is really good, pages are in good condition. The ink, however, like on the inside it's a little faded. I don't know if you can really see. It's starting to fade just a little bit. Not a big deal though. The next book I got was a vintage cookbook from 1963. It's General Foods Kitchens, all about home baking. Some of these tags I just forgot to take off, and yes, it was that price, $5.50. Like I said, I love the vintage cookbooks, and they're just awesome to have. And look at the graphics. I mean, you can just tell it is vintage. Tell it is also 1960s. So I'm looking forward to going through this and just testing out some of those recipes. All right, so the next one is actually from 1922. 1900, okay. So going back to the other book here, I apparently cannot do math this evening, and this is actually 123, not 103. I really don't know what my brain was thinking. But the next book is 101 years old, When Winter Comes to Main Street. And it's by Grant Overton. Once again, for this being over 100 years old, this book is in quite decent condition. Pages on the inside are actually really nice. There's hardly any damage. The ink itself is still bright, if you will, because it's the best way to put it. And then this is actually one that I was looking for, so I'm super excited that I found it at this antique store. It is The Joy of Cooking. This particular copy is from, on the side, from 1973. That just had the tag on it, but not bad condition. You can tell it does have some wear on it. Someone was absolutely using this, but it's giving you all different types of recipes. So I'm really excited to start doing some of this, or checking some of these recipes out. Like I said, I do have a couple of books from the 1940s, and I would like to try those recipes out because it is much different than the foods that we have today. Some of it has remained the same, but if you think back, just within, like, between the 1960s and 70s, all of the Jell-O foods that they had, that is one I would absolutely bypass on. It does not sound, some of that stuff did not sound appetizing whatsoever, but you could just tell the difference just from the 1960s and 1970s and going even further back. So I'm super excited to go through some of these cookbooks. All right, the next one was actually from 1931, and it is called The Epic of America. It's just a history book, and this is actually also in pretty decent condition. Yeah, it's got some, it kind of looks like paint. But once again, I mean, the binding is still really good. Pages are in good condition, very readable. So I look forward to going through that. The next one wasn't necessarily, oh yay. So I started to peel a sticker off, and these stickers have been on for so long that it's actually starting to take some of the cover off. It's not a good thing, so I'm just gonna leave that on. From 1907, this is actually The Rational Method in Reading. It is a reader from 1907. Honestly, I just wanted to check it out, to see what learning was like way back then. It's going into phonetics here. I don't know if you, yeah, there we go, can see. This book is also in pretty decent condition. I mean, all around the cover though, it's just normal wear and tear for a book. Gotta do something about that sticker though. So this was also, the next book I got was a congressional government book by Woodrow Wilson. Once again, I'm not like trying to go into any politics or anything like that. I just love old books. It's historical. This particular one, I'm trying to get a sticker off that I neglected to get off before, because the cover is a little unique. Not as detailed as some other books that I've seen, but detailed nonetheless. So it's got this right in the center. Let's see if I can get closer. But yeah, this was by Woodrow Wilson. It actually has someone's name, Harry Keller, it looks like, March 1928. That's also another reason why I like to get old books, is just to see the history of who owned them too. Yes, but this one was from, actually copyright was 1913. I was mistaken on that. Second copyright on that. Just had a couple more books. Say a lot too. So this is from the 1980s. Betty Crocker, quick and easy recipes. Once again, I honestly just want to go through them and check them out. And right, I turn to the tomato avocado dip and the pepperoni cheese wheel. I mean, that looks pretty amazing. Do I need it? Absolutely not. Am I gonna try to make it? Probably at some point I will. Let's see, I'm trying to find, I honestly love like the 80s graphics too. Your typical mayo, craft in mayo advertisement. Oh, here's another one. Just a beautiful salad. Oops. Looks amazing. All right, and I have another cookbook from 1975. This is called Crockery Cookery. Say that about 10 times fast and you might get banned from YouTube. Yeah, this is from 1975. My brain is really blanking this evening, and I apparently cannot talk. So I apologize for that and all the ums. Crock pots are absolutely amazing. We are going into that season, and might as well go ahead and have a cookbook that really focuses on crock pots and the recipes. Let's see, some of the stuff that they're going through is teriyaki steak, flank steak, and mushroom sauce, which is going to be in black and white, but here's an example. So yeah, I really look forward to going through these recipes. Soup season is almost upon us. I love soups. And the final book that I did get, what is from 2004, it is Gooseberry Patch. It's a Christmas cookbook. And it has 191 recipes. And look, that cake looks amazing. Let's see if I can find anything else. I mean, it's all things Christmas. What can go wrong? I mean, cooking it could absolutely go wrong, but me trying to find a picture is going wrong at the moment. Okay, double chocolate Christmas praline fudge cake. It sounds super rich, but I mean, it is Christmas. I mean, that's the one season where you go for all foods that are rich, at least me. At least I try to. I'm not a huge fan of rich desserts. Just in general, I love savory stuff. And I do like some sweets, but I cannot tolerate a whole lot of it, as weird as that sounds. Here we go, hot candy cane nog. That sounds absolutely amazing. I love all things Christmas. So I do have a couple more things from the antique store in general, and then I'll just bring out the TJ Maxx stuff. So I'm gonna grab the rest of the antique stuff, which I think is all Christmas if I'm not mistaken, but I very well could be mistaken.